Finding love can be tough, no matter who you are or where you live. The search for a meaningful connection is something almost everyone can relate to, and it often comes with its fair share of awkward moments, disappointments, and unexpected surprises. But for Black men, the journey to finding love can be even more complicated, especially depending on the city they call home. In some cities, the odds seem stacked against them. From the moment they open a dating app or step out into the nightlife, Black men can face unique challenges that go beyond the usual nerves or butterflies. There are cities where the dating pool feels smaller, where competition is fierce, and where social dynamics can make it feel like the deck is stacked from the start. Today, we're counting down the top 10 cities where love is especially challenging for Black men. These aren't just random places on a map. Each city has its own set of circumstances, from demographics to cultural attitudes, that can make dating feel like an uphill battle. This isn't just about bad date stories or awkward first impressions. We're talking about real-life trends, statistics, and unique social forces that shape the dating landscape for Black men. Things like racial bias, economic factors, and even the way people connect in big cities all play a role. Whether it's the high level of competition, subtle or overt bias, or simply the size and makeup of the dating pool, we'll break down what makes romance elusive in these urban jungles. We'll explore how these factors combine to create unique hurdles, and why some cities are tougher than others when it comes to finding and keeping love. So grab your popcorn, settle in, and get ready as we dive into the top 10 cities where love is a little harder to find and even harder to keep for Black men. Whether you're single, in a relationship, or just curious, this countdown will open your eyes to the real challenges and stories behind the search for love in America's biggest cities. New York City, the city that never sleeps, where the lights are always on, the streets are always buzzing, and the energy is electric. Here, ambition pulses through every block, and the pace never slows down. It's a place where dreams are made, but also where competition is fierce, especially when it comes to dating. And in this city, the swiping never stops either. For every hopeful romantic, there are thousands more just a tap away, all searching for that elusive connection. The dating apps are like a digital battleground, where first impressions are everything and the next best thing is always just one swipe away. For Black men, dating here can feel like running a marathon with no finish line. Every day is a new race, dodging obstacles, navigating crowded spaces, and trying to stand out in a sea of faces. The city's relentless pace means you're always on the move, always hustling, always trying to keep up. With millions of singles packed into a few square miles, the competition is intense. Everyone's looking for something, or someone, better. The sheer volume of options can be overwhelming, making it hard to form real connections. It's easy to feel like just another face in the crowd, another profile in the endless scroll. And then there's the reality of dating app bias. For Black men, the numbers don't lie. Matches come slower, messages go unanswered, and the algorithm seems stacked against you. It's a frustrating cycle, where you put yourself out there again and again, only to be met with silence or rejection. Sometimes it feels like trying to hail a cab in the pouring rain. No matter how hard you try, someone else always seems to get picked first. The city's hustle doesn't just apply to work, it's woven into every part of life, including love. And while New York is known as a melting pot, it can also be a city of cliques. Social circles are tight, and breaking in isn't easy if you don't already have the right connections. For newcomers or outsiders, it can feel like everyone already has their crew, their favorite spots, their inside jokes. On top of that, people here are laser focused on their careers and personal ambitions. The grind never stops. Late nights at the office, side hustles, networking events. Relationships often get pushed to the bottom of the priority list, squeezed in between meetings and deadlines. In a city where everyone's calendar is packed, commitment can feel like just another item on an already overflowing to-do list. Dates are scheduled weeks in advance, and spontaneous romance is rare. The hustle culture leaves little room for slowing down and truly connecting. For Black men, it's easy to feel invisible, lost in the crowd, overlooked in the rush, and searching for a sense of belonging. The city's vastness can be isolating, even when you're surrounded by millions. But there's a reason people say, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. The challenges are real, but so are the rewards. Every connection made, every small victory, feels hard-won and meaningful. For those who persevere, New York can be a place of possibility and transformation. And yet, sometimes, after all the hustle and heartbreak, the best move is to take a step back. Maybe even across the river to Jersey, where the pace is slower, the crowds are thinner, and finding love might just be a little bit easier. Welcome to Los Angeles, the land of movie stars, palm trees, and endless sunshine. This city is a place where dreams are made and sometimes broken, all under the dazzling lights of Hollywood. From the iconic Walk of Fame to the luxury cars cruising down Rodeo Drive, LA is a city that thrives on image, ambition, and the pursuit of perfection. Here, Instagram filters come to life, and every street corner feels like a movie set. Social media isn't just a pastime, it's a lifestyle, and everyone seems to be curating their own highlight reel for the world to see. In LA, beauty standards are not just high, they're sky high. The pressure to fit in, to look a certain way, and to keep up with the latest trends is intense. Whether you're at a trendy rooftop bar or just grabbing coffee, it can feel like everyone is auditioning for their next big break. For black men, this pressure can be even more pronounced. It's almost as if you're auditioning for a role every time you open a dating app or walk into a new social space. The feeling of being constantly evaluated by looks, by style, by status, can be exhausting. Social circles in LA are notoriously tight-knit, and breaking in can feel like trying to get past the velvet rope at an exclusive club. Networking is often valued over genuine connection, and who you know can matter more than who you are. Media-driven beauty ideals and unconscious bias shape the dating scene, making authentic relationships harder to find. The constant comparison to celebrity standards can leave people feeling like they're never quite enough. So, while LA is famous for its fairy tale romances on screen, the reality is often much different. For many, especially black men, finding love here can feel like chasing a Hollywood ending that never gets filmed, a story that's always just out of reach, waiting for its moment in the spotlight. San Francisco, where tech rules and dating feels like a software update you never wanted. The dating pool is small, and tech culture dominates everything. If you're not in the right circles, it can feel like you're speaking another language. The black population is small, leading to fewer opportunities and feelings of isolation. Gentrification and high living costs mean relationships are often fleeting. Dating here can feel like trying to get into an exclusive club when your name's not on the list. Washington, D.C., where politics and ambition shape everything, including dating. For black men, the competition is high and resumes matter as much as chemistry. There's a notable imbalance in the dating pool, with more ambitious women than men. Social circles revolve around work and alma maters, making it tough for outsiders. The city's history of segregation still impacts where people live and socialize. Finding love here can feel like trying to pass a bill through Congress, lots of negotiation, and sometimes, it just doesn't get signed. Atlanta is often called a black mecca, but finding love isn't always easy. The dating pool is deep but demanding, with high expectations for status and success. Social status and appearances matter, adding pressure to bring your A game. The scene can feel superficial, with genuine connections harder to find. Gender imbalance and fast-paced dating complicate things further. Even in a city known for hospitality, finding lasting love can feel like chasing the last piece of fried chicken at a family reunion. Chicago, famous for deep dish pizza and deep divides, segregation shapes where people meet and date, and safety concerns impact romance. The city's social scene is cliquey, making it hard to break into new circles. Events are often segregated by neighborhood or interest, limiting opportunities. Dating apps bring their own challenges, with bias making it harder for black men to get noticed. Sometimes, it feels like your profile is left out in the cold. Love here can be as unpredictable as the weather. Sunny one minute, stormy the next. Seattle's tech boom and endless rain set the scene, but for black men, dating can feel even bleaker. The small black population means a shallow dating pool. The Seattle freeze makes forming connections tough, especially for newcomers. Dating apps reflect the city's lack of diversity, with lower match rates for black men. Even in social settings, it's hard to find people who share your background. In Seattle, love often feels more buffering than connected. Boston's rich history still shapes its present, especially for black men in the dating scene. The black population is small, making the dating pool limited. Social barriers and cliquey circles make it tough to meet new people. The city's reputation for being unfriendly doesn't help outsiders break in. Lingering segregation and racial tension affect attitudes and experiences. In Boston, finding love can feel like you're always stuck in the penalty box. Minneapolis has faced social unrest, changing the city's dynamics for black men. Fewer black residents mean a smaller dating pool. Social tensions make communities more insular and trust harder to build. Cultural contrasts add to the challenge of fitting in. Even in social spaces, there's an undercurrent of unease. Finding love here can feel like crossing a river in winter, slippery and uncertain. Portland's quirky culture and limited diversity make dating tough for black men. The small black population creates a sense of scarcity and awkward run-ins. Cultural disconnects can make the city's open-mindedness feel like exclusion. The dominant culture overshadows black men's experiences, making common ground hard to find. Dating apps mirror the city's lack of diversity, with more barriers to connection. For black men, finding love in Portland can feel like riding uphill with a flat tire. No matter where you live, finding love is a journey, especially for black men in these cities. Understanding these challenges can help us build more inclusive communities. It's about breaking down barriers and showing up for one another. Share your experiences in the comments, and let's keep the conversation going to make love a little easier for everyone. Let me know if you need further tightening or adjustments.